Hi, hello. Grab a drink because it's gonna be a lengthy one. I have a huge book haul here. I'm hoping I got every single one of them. Actually, you know what? No, I have not. I actually left one. Be right back. Okay, so we'll start with this one that I just went to get because I'm technically almost done with it. I'm gonna finish it today because I've been taking my time on it. Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRoche. I'm hoping I'm saying her name right. I'm devouring this. So we're gonna put that right up there. Now there are a couple that I've already, I'll put my phone on timeline too, that I've already read. So yeah. First, let's start with Ava Reed's Fable for the End of the World. I loved this one. This one was a pre-order. I also got a signed book plate. I loved it. It was 5 stars. I think I'm just like easily like entertained with my books because almost every single one of my books have been 5 stars. So yeah. Next, and I've read this one. This one was an arc or, you know, kind of a finished copy. Cheddar Like Next Time, 5 stars. This was amazing. Autistic main character who loves cheese, small town, mystery. And I took my time with this one too because I didn't want it to end and I liked it so much. Next, and I read this one too, Homegrown Magic by Jamie Patkin and Rebecca Pods. I loved this one also. I also have a signed book plate for that one as well. Next, I read this one like a long time ago, but I had to get the Fairy Loot edition of it, and that's Kiki's Delivery Service. Can we just, you know, yes. And then it's just for the end pages, it's clouds and like the stars, and then okay. Next is North is the Light by Emily Rath. This was like a surprise to me from my husband. He went to the store with my son one late evening and came back with this and was like, I saw this and I knew you probably wanted it because you were constantly eyeing it at the store. And then it also has a reverse dust jacket. I like both. You know, but I'm very excited. I'm gonna wait until winter to read this one because it is, you know, winter. And so yeah, and it's finished. So I'm excited. But if you can't tell, it's set in winter, so winter is when we'll read it. Next, I got this in the bin that was, I think, $6.97. Waypoint, My Scottish Journey. I'm not gonna try to say his last name, but look at this gorgeous Scottish man. I am watching Outlander. I read book 1. I need to get the rest of the book. I just haven't done it yet. But yeah. You know. Turn it around. Okay. Next, I obviously had to get the new Hunger Games book, Sunrise on the Reaping, where we get the backstory with Haymitch and, you know, maybe why he's an alcoholic. But I'm very excited to get to read this. I still need to replace book 1 and book 2, or book 1 and book 3. Hunger Games and then Mockingjay with hard covers because they're in paperback. Catching Fire is a hardcover. And so yeah, because I plan to, when Nerdy Ink releases, you know, Hunger Games, like dust jackets, I'm gonna buy them, because why not? Now this one is a 2-in-1. It is Wicked Pursuit and Divine Intervention. So I am very, very, very excited. This one is Katie Roberts, and I'm guessing this one's RM Virtues. I'm not entirely sure how this goes. Yeah, this one is a Goldilocks remix, and then this one here is a Little Red Riding Hood remix. So it was very interesting that it's like basically 2 books in one. But yeah, I'm excited. Next is Four Ruined Realms by May Corlin. This is book 2. I pre-ordered book 3. It's the same. And then they could, no, oh no, wait. Which I'm excited. I haven't read book 1 yet, but I plan on it. Next is Cruel is the Light. This is my Fairy Loot edition. If you've watched, I won't show this one off, because if you watched all my, you know, Fairy Loot unboxings, then you'll know what it looks like. Next is The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. Also, this one is by Sophie Clark. Forgot. This one's gorgeous. Again, if you've seen my, you know, Fairy Loot unboxings, you would have seen it. Next is Heather Fawcett's, Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Please don't come at me for butchering that. But I've already read book 1 and 2, and I had to get it in Fairy Loot edition because that's the only ones that I have, and they have to match. So I did that. Next, I read this one a while back, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, and I wanted to add a physical copy on my shelf. And so I'm very excited. And I knew that, like, basically I was gonna want to read the rest of the books, so I got the rest of the books. Starsight. Yeah, Starsight. I think it's Defiant, which isn't, no, okay. Titanic. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. And then Defiant. So I am very excited about these. And I want to say this one is book 2, because it just says the sequel. So, next I have Beach Read by Emily Henry. And then I also have Witches Get Stuff Done by Molly Harper. These were given to me by my husband's grandma. And so I'm very excited. I have other books, I think 2 other books by Emily Henry, which I want to read during the summer because they are based, you know, like like during summer vibes and anything witchy, you know. My next read will be, once I'm done with that one up there, is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I am very, very excited. She thick, but you know, floppy, which I like, so yeah. And I quickly snatched up the original like cover because I think it's getting like a new cover or whatever, which I'm not happy with, but I'm hoping that the paperback copy of book 2 will have some sort of like amazingness like this one. So next is Where Shadows Meet by Pat Caldwell. Anyway, I don't know how to say their name. Okay, I don't know how to say her name, her first name. Patricia. I'm hoping. Anyway, this one has to do with vampires, and if you see my latest Fairy Loot unboxing, you will have seen that. One book that I do not have in my possession yet is Gifted People. I think it's what it was for the adult Fairy Loot. I am buying that off of a good friend on Instagram. And so I'm very excited to be able to get that. Next is Firebird by Juliet Cross. I bought it mainly because of the cover and then the sprayed edges. I mean, like, look at that dragon. And then the dragon. Yeah. Dragon. It talks about dragons. And I think this was like set in the Roman Empire time. Yeah, Roman general. And so yeah, I do love a good, you know, cover. And I think Fairy Loot is doing an edition for this too. So I am very intrigued to see the cover of it. And if anybody's watching this video, if you don't want the Fairy Loot edition of it, can I have it? I'll buy it from you. I'm not joking. Next is Nightweaver by R.M. Gray. Pirates. And I solely bought it because cover, the sprayed edges. But I'm a sucker for art on the hardcover because it's just... Next, because I'm reading that and I love it so much, and when I was like looking at books and everything and I saw this, I was just like, I need the cool edition of it. So it's got foliage, sprayed stenciled edges. I'll save the best for last. It's got a reverse dust jacket. It's got foliage, but also not just that. It's signed. I mean, it's a digital copy, but well, digital signature, but I don't care. A signature is a signature. Can you guys imagine being an author, writing everything out like that you're planning for a book, and then having, you know, and then like all the edits and stuff like that, and then like going on a book tour and all the signing? Could you imagine also having to sign books that go up for sale on like websites and everything? Yeah, hand cramps. And then these last 4 I got yesterday, and 3 of them I got at Target, so don't mind this ugly, ugly sticker. I finally got my hands on Flower Heart by Catherine Bakewell. I am very, 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 very excited. Very excited. I've been wanting to read this one for a while, since I, you know, seen it. And every chapter there's like flowers and they're just gorgeous. And if if I'm correct, is like cottagecore or whatever. And then this edition has, it says, includes a bonus exclusive scene. So very exciting. I need to get this off before it becomes, you know, like, I don't want to come off unless I leave sticky residue. You know, this one luckily did not have the ugly sticker on it. So only 2 out of the 3 that I got from Target has the stickers. But Brianne Randall, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Spells, Strings, and Forgotten Things. I have her other book, or their other book. Yeah, I have her other book. The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. I have that one. I haven't read it yet, but I'm planning on it. I am very, very, very excited. The one thing that drew me into this, not just because of the cover, small town Gilmore Girls vibes, and also because it's set in a small town. So I'm very, very excited. I grew up in the city, but I am all about like small towns, the country, and stuff like that. I don't ever utilize anything really other than like the store, like some stores, like grocery stores and the bookstores. That's it. That's the only thing I utilize. I don't do anything else in the city at all. So, but yeah, I am very, very excited about this one. Next, this one intrigued me and I was like, yes. And that's the Half King, His Curse, Her Fate. I'm gonna have to open it up because they had to put it right where the author's name is, where I cannot. By Melissa Landers. I'm very excited. And then, hold on. Go back line. You know, nothing on the back. There is one other book that I want to go back to Target for, but I'll, you know, yes. Talks about like knights and whatever, and just the swords and stuff like that. Kind of gives me like Game of Thrones type vibes, you know, kings, knights. And then this one I got at Walmart. I try to limit my spending at Walmart. The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. I am not gonna say her last name, but yeah, I'm very excited to finally have this on my shelf. But I will show you the main reason why I picked it up. My husband was like, but you just bought 3 books from Target. I was like, yeah, but look at this. Look at this. And so I was like, and then the gold sparkliness on the inside. I'm not excited about the print because it is really small. I do love that. I think in a lot of these books, I love that the authors put the trigger warnings. Wait, I'll show y'all. Even in the last book I showed y'all, they put the trigger warnings and whatnot. But yeah, I think there's like some pictures throughout maybe. But here, I'll show y'all the print. I'll get to a chapter. Like, but yeah. I don't know if there's many art stuff through here, but yeah, I am very, very excited about all of these. Now I for sure need more shelves. Oh, I want to show you 2 coloring books that I bought at Ollie's. was just like, okay, so the first one is this one, Enchanted Forest. And then Goblin Core. Finally, like when my husband brought this up to me, he was like, babe, these are for you. I was like, I knew there was a name for like the style and everything that I liked. So yeah, I'm gonna base our master bedroom on this, and then even my library, along with like it be like Goblin Core and like bookish. And so I'm very excited about that. I'll put those there for right now because I don't want to bend the pages. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, that. I mean, some of these I already hauled on Instagram, but I was just like, I haven't done a book haul in a little while. I've been mainly doing like fairy loot stuff, so it came in clutch. But yeah, I got my old laptop back. I need to buy a new battery for it, but I have a charger and cord for it, so it's able to, you know, work. But, you know, where I can transfer my stuff from my SD card to a flash drive to be able to edit on my other computer. So it's going to be amazing and awesome, and I cannot wait to start recording other things. But yeah, if you made it this far, put like the book stack emoji. And if you've hauled any new books into your library, what did you haul? Have you seen any in my haul? Which, you know, do you have any of these? Did you read any of these? Tell me about them. Like, don't, like, no spoilers or anything, but like, tell me about them. All right, bye guys.